Today I am going to tell you about the two places that we just stayed as we visited Boston and some other helpful information for you to consider whether you are going to Boston to depart on a cruise or if you're just going to visit. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Wednesday, it is December 18th of 2024, and 2025 marks 20 years that Gordon and I have been going to Boston several times a year. In 2005, that is when our son went to MIT for the very first time, and he ended up living there after he did his undergrad and his graduate work there, and he absolutely loves it, and so we go several times a year to visit him over the course of all those years. And I'm telling you this so you know that we are rather uniquely qualified to give advice on this. We have done so much sightseeing. We have walked that city. We've done the tours. We've done like the harbor tours. We've done the trolley tours. All of these different kind of tours. We rented cars. We have gone further afield, seen all the Revolutionary War sites, so many other historical places. And so truly, I've kind of got a pretty good bird's eye view, and we've stayed in so many hotels over the years, sometimes trying to save money, sometimes for proximity, so that we would be right where we needed to be for a certain event. So when we just barely went, we stayed at the Hampton Inn that is right there in Cambridge. Let me tell you why it is so nicely situated. It is right there on 28th. They call it the Monsignor Highway. And when you look at the map, it is just a little bit down the street from where the Lechmere T station is. The T is what they call their metro there in Boston, and it is closed every night from midnight to 5 a.m. And the rest of the time it actually runs quite on time. Sometimes they've got some outages like anywhere, but our experience with it, it's been it's a really good way to get around. It is overall affordable. It is much more affordable to fly in, stay at a hotel, use the T to get around, go or walk and see all the things that you want to see than to pay to rent a car. It is good to rent a car if you want to go like out to Lexington or Concord or all the myriad other places there are to visit. But if you want to see things that are in Boston, Cambridge, over by Harvard, there's Revolutionary War sites over there, Longfellow House, all of these places, you can get there on the T no problem. So the Hampton Inn is not only very nicely situated and convenient for where our son and his family live, but it is also right by that Lechmere train station. So it used to be the end of the Green Line, but now it goes further out and it goes right in, right across the river there to the city so that you can catch whichever line that is that you want to take to get to see what you want to see. And the other really important thing to remember when you're going to rent a car is that parking is very, very expensive. And I mean, like $25 an hour in some places. A lot of hotels charge for overnight parking. And so make sure that you don't just look at the room rate. If you're going to rent a car, make sure you check how much you're going to be paying to park your car at that hotel as well. So right downtown, of course, in Boston, usually things are more expensive than they are a little bit further out. Like I said, Cambridge is just right across the river. But an important thing to keep in mind if you're just going to visit or you're trying to choose the cheapest time to go, look at the calendar for like Harvard and MIT and kind of see, and there's some other lots of universities actually in Boston, but kind of pay attention. Everything costs a whole lot more during graduation time, during new student orientation, during family week. They've just got a lot of dates that it'll make a really big difference with how much a hotel costs. And often it will cost more in Boston and more in Cambridge. So kind of if you've got a little bit of flexibility with your schedule, you're going to want to pay attention to that. More cruise lines than ever are sailing from Boston, and I find that really exciting because Boston is a beautiful place to visit. It's a very clean city. It's very safe. Like I said, excellent public transportation, so much history and so much culture there that it's a great place to visit. We've got our group cruise that's going to be sailing out of Boston on July 4th of 2026. It's on Holland America's Zeter Dam, and that cruise is a special celebration cruise for the 250th birthday of the United States of America. So we are really excited about that. So I'm already thinking of what information is going to be helpful for those of you that decide to join us, and some of you have already joined us. But as you start thinking of what your plans are going to be, maybe where you want to stay, what you want to do, and I am going to make hotel reservations as soon as they become available for Gordon and I, and encourage you to do the same if you're going to go there then, because the 4th of July is over the top in Boston. It's in the heart of, tourist season there. So I'm going to look around and see what we can find that will work really well. And when I find it, then I will let everybody know. But it's very, very exciting. And I hope that all of you get the chance to go there sometime and look at the places that you really want to see. And then you can kind of choose your hotel that way. I hope that helped a little bit. But that Hampton Inn there in Cambridge, we have truly been staying there for 20 years. We've stayed outside of the city. We've stayed at the Hilton right across that's actually in Boston. I'm trying to remember. We've stayed at the Sheraton. We've stayed at a lot of different places there, and we've been really pleased with all of them. There are boutique hotels, a lot of different places to stay, and they've been great over the years. This time, for the very first time, we stayed at the Embassy Suites right there by the airport. It's the Airport Embassy Suites, and you know what? It worked out really, really well. Beautiful hotel. It was $159 for last night, so excellent price. And it ended up that we returned our rental car, and then we just literally walked from rental car return over to the hotel. It was just like a couple of blocks, and then took the hotel shuttle over to the airport since we had an early flight. So I just wanted to let you know that that is a really good option, whether you want to fly in the night before and then just take the transfer to the ship, or just get an Uber over to the ship. It's not that far there in Boston to get an Uber from somewhere like that over to embark on the ship. But it's a really nicely located place. If you've not been to Boston before, the airport is close to downtown. I hope that helps you out a little bit. Now, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please click on that subscribe button? And if you appreciate my updates, will you please give this video a thumbs up? Thank you so very much. Now, let me tell you what happened to us while we were there. I left my watch there, you can believe it or not. I did not even realize that I had left my watch there until we were at the airport and I wanted to pay for something, and then I didn't have my watch. So we immediately called the hotel, and the reason I'm telling you this gives you an idea of how great they are to work with. They said, if you will send us a prepaid label for the shipping, we will get it right on the way to you. So I knew where it was. It had fallen off the nightstand, and so that's why I'd forgotten to put it on. And so they got it, and let me tell you, they had it to the to the post office by 7:30 in the morning. That is how quick they were to get my watch and get it packaged up with that pre-printed shipping label that we emailed them, and it was already on its way. So we could see, you know how you can tell where your Apple items are? It was there. And so wanted to tell you that they're really great to work with that way. We did the 2-day US Postal Service. It was way cheaper than paying for FedEx to get it here in 2 days. And just wanted to let you know that is an excellent option. So here at the end, I'm going to include the room tour. We got a king bedroom, but they have, lots to choose from depending on who you're traveling with, what kind of room you need, but highly recommend it. Turned out really nice. We're going to stay there again. The only drawback is how much they charge to park a car overnight. So that's part of why we gave it back last night. We didn't have to pay for it for the extra time, and we didn't have to pay to park it overnight. So kind of think outside of the box when you're thinking about that. And forgive me if I sound like I have a cold. I don't. I have allergies. Yesterday, when we flew home from Boston, there was a cat and 3 dogs, and I am doing so much better than I was, but that's what you hear. And let me know what your questions are in the comments. I'm delighted to answer your questions, and I look forward to hearing from those of you that would like to come, of course. But other than that, I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye. Here's our room. So this is 621 at the Embassy Suites at Boston Logan Airport. So here we are. Here's the USS Constitution in a picture. Kind of fun there. We've got a full-length mirror there. You come around the corner. I don't know how we got the corner room up here on the 6th floor, but indeed that's what we have. So you come in, I'll take you right in there, but I thought I would show you the bathroom first. Coming in, it's a nice mirror. Everything's set up nicely. There's the bathroom. Then a nice big shower here. As always, seems like Hilton has a shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel in the shower. But it's a really nice size. Let me try to back up here, give you a better perspective. There's the shower. Let's come around the corner. And here is the rest of the room. We got the king-size bedroom. There's your nightstands. Thought I would show you on the base of the lamp. There are just regular plugs there. And then, since we're at the airport, thought I would show you. We just dropped off our car over at the car return and literally walked over here. It's just in that parking structure looking thing that you can see. And so we just dropped it off and walked back since we have an early flight tomorrow. Nice large TV there. Dresser if you're going to stay longer and put things away. Here's the view out the other side. Just some more airport here. It's really pretty. It's a nice evening outside. It's not really very cold. It's chilly, but it's not cold. And also wanted to point out, if you're going to be here long enough, nice little desk area. Right down here is the refrigerator. There's a microwave. And then there's an extra blanket. So, coffee maker. It's going to be very nice.